Welcome to the interview. I'm Laura Rojas, and today we are joined by Atlantis University head baseball coach Ramon Garcia. In his first year at the helm, Coach Garcia navigated the challenges of building a new culture, developing young talent, and laying the foundation for the future of Atlantean baseball. We'll talk about the season, best and most challenging moments, and standout players, recruiting insights, and what's the next chapter of the program. Let's dive in. Welcome, Coach.
Thank you so much, right?
Thank you so much for being here with us. Well, first, reflecting on your first season as head coach, how would you describe the transition into the leadership role and the challenges that came with it?
It's definitely a different role coming from Florida Memorial. I was the pitching coach there, so it's definitely a different role. But I've always been lead as a player. So I kind of smooth transition to being a leader. The only difference was now everything was on me. I'm the head guy, so every responsibility, every decision was on me. So I'd say that was the biggest transition.
Okay. From your perspective, what were the key lessons you took away from this inaugural year, both as a coach and as a builder of this program culture?
Wow, the big word I used was patience. It takes patience, especially with young athletes, and then building a culture. Coming in, that wasn't yours, so you took over players that were here 3-4 years with another coach. So it just takes patience. Patience.
Every season has its standouts, of course. Which players made the stronger impression on you this year, and why?
I would say 2 players. One that was a returner and one that came in with me. Our catcher, Eduardo Perez, second team All-American, had a tremendous year, not just on the field, off the field as a leader. And the second baseman, Justin Suarez. He was one of the ones that I inherited. Somebody was here before. And from the moment I stepped in, he bought it. And he believed in what we were trying to do. And he made my job a lot easier. So I really appreciate that.
That's amazing. How did your prior coaching experience prepare you for this opportunity, and what felt entirely new once you were in the driver's seat?
My prior coaching experience, coaching's coaching. So I've been coaching baseball for about 5-6 years now. So that wasn't the challenge. The challenge was, like you said, being in the driver's seat. That's a different challenge, being the head of not just the players, but the coaches. So that's a different challenge of having to set up everything, not just tell your players what to do, but also instruct your coaches.
What's your assessment of the coaching staff you assembled, first of all?
I love my staff. Not only do I love them on the field, but off the field. I know them all personally. I had 2 new coaches, first year coaching college, so it was a bit of a challenge for them, but they stepped up and they were great. And then my oldest coach was my number 2, Akeem. He was the older coach, but he's in his 30s, so we're all a young staff, so we get along pretty well.
Super young.
Yeah, very young staff, led by a 27-year-old.
Okay, that's amazing. Can you walk us through the most rewarding moment of this season?
The most rewarding moment, I'd say it started happening maybe toward March, where we started not only playing good baseball, but we became a team. I think we started getting together. You can tell on the bus rides, and through a March tournament we had, the standout obviously performance was Gianni Rodriguez's 3-1 walk-off homer against John Melvin.
That's the reason why you're up there. Let's go. Nobody Vamos, Gianni! Vamos! Oh my God! Vamos! Oh my God!
Down 10-1 and came back, so that's a great game.
Of course.
That was a rewarding moment, but it was even better that we became a team. We were all celebrating each other.
Oh, that sounds so good. And what was the toughest moment of disappointment?
A lot of tough losses. We had a few tough losses at Dade, had a few tough losses on the road. But the disappointing part probably is when it ends. You have to say goodbye to them, especially the seniors. So that's probably the toughest part of the season, just saying goodbye to the guys.
Oh my God, and that's always happening.
Every year.
Yes, exactly. Well, please describe the identity you want this team to embody on and off the field.
Good character men. That's what I tell them. I preach that in the group chat. Be men of good character. Whatever you do the right thing always. On the field, off the field, whatever it is, just do the right thing. Think about others and don't think about yourself. And you'll see how that translates to baseball very, very fast.
Everything else comes with it. Yes,
Easy,
that's
easy.
correct. That's correct. Do you feel you made progress toward that identity this year? That exactly identity that you just described this year?
I believe so. Like I mentioned earlier, probably in the beginning of March, we came together as a team and they started kind of forming a team identity. Tough guys like each other, but they're tough on each other, which is, I love that.
That's
Men of
good.
character,
Yes,
be
of
tough on
course.
each other, hold each other accountable. It was great.
Accountable. That's very important, of course. With a full season now behind you, where do you believe this program is headed, and what are your top priorities heading into the next 2 years?
This program could be headed for something very special. I believe we could be headed for some championships on the way. Hopefully, God willing.
Aye.
That'd be great. My next step is obviously to recruit. I have to kind of reload. We lost a lot of seniors, so I'm bringing some young talent. The talent that I want is the guys that want to stay here all 4 years, want to compete and actually want to win something here at Atlantis.
That would be amazing.
That's the
Yes,
goal.
please,
That is the
please.
goal.
So recruiting. Recruiting is the backbone, of course, of any program. What did you learn about recruiting at Atlantis University, and how are you shaping your ideal student-athlete profile moving forward?
What I learned was communication with these recruits is the most important thing, not just me to them, but them to me as well. We have to be clear and transparent communication. If you want to come to university, that is great. This is the plan. This is the money. This is what it is. So that is the type of recruiting that I'm doing. I want players that want to be here. They actually want to be here, not that this is their last option. They want to be here and build something special because I believe they're building something special.
That's good. Well said. And lastly, how would you define success for next season? Not just in terms of wins and losses, but in terms of the team growth, player development, and program credibility.
This will be my goal every year, to create them and to help them lead and be better men. That is the goal every year, to be better men at the end of the year. Whatever it is, happen, win or loss, are you a better man?
Oh, that's amazing. I love the way it sounds. And it applies to everything, not just for athletes.
It's not just life. It's not
Yes,
just baseball. not
it
just
is
athletes,
life,
it is
actually.
life.
Yes, yes. Well, thank you, Coach. Thank you for your time. Thank you for being here. And thank you for these inspiring words that you just shared with us. And of course, with the team. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. This was great. Appreciate it.
And thank you, everybody, for being here with us. We will see you in the next chapter of the interview.